Cerebral palsy. Many people picture a wheelchair and stop there. But CP is not just about how someone moves. It's about unique ways of thinking, communicating, adapting, and thriving every single day. If you care about disability, accessibility, and real stories from lived experience, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos. Today, we're going beyond a diagnosis to meet real people with cerebral palsy, explore the tech and tools that support them, and challenge everything you thought you knew. Meet the people behind the label. This is Maya. She's a college student and digital artist who uses an eye gaze communication device and adaptive tools to create bold, colorful art. This is Jamal, a paracyclist who trains with customized equipment and competes in adaptive sports events, proving that speed and strength come in many forms. And this is Rosa, a community advocate who uses a high-tech AC device to speak at local events, mentor younger kids with CP, and push for accessibility in her city. Different stories, different bodies, one shared truth. Cerebral palsy is only one part of who they are. What is cerebral palsy? Cerebral palsy, or CP, is a group of conditions that affect movement, muscle tone, and posture because the brain handles movement a bit differently. Some people might have stiff or shaky movements. Some might use wheelchairs or walkers, and others might walk independently but get tired or experience pain more quickly. CP can also affect speech and fine motor skills, which is one reason many people use communication devices or adaptive tools. Intelligence, personality, and interests are just as varied as in any other group of people. CP does not automatically mean an intellectual disability. Think of CP as one piece of a very complex and powerful human story. Mastering movement, innovation in action. Mobility with CP can look like a power wheelchair that turns with the tap of a finger, a joystick, or even head or switch controls. Some people use smart wheelchairs or home modifications that integrate with their environment, making doors, lights, and elevators easier to access. Others may use exoskeleton-type devices or specialized supports to stand, walk short distances, or participate in physical therapy in new ways. Independence also shows up in the small details of daily life. Voice-activated smart home systems can turn on lights, adjust a thermostat, or call for help, all without needing to physically reach a switch. Custom kitchen tools, adaptive utensils, and accessible home design, like ramps, widened doorways, stair lifts, and bathroom modifications, transform houses into spaces that truly work for their residents. And then there's sport. In boccia, athletes with cerebral palsy use precision, strategy, and often adaptive ramps or equipment to place their balls as close as possible to the target. You'll also find athletes with CP in paracycling, wheelchair racing, and adaptive skiing, using specialized equipment and training to compete at national and international levels. Voice is unheard communication and connection. Not everyone with cerebral palsy uses spoken words to communicate, and that doesn't mean they have nothing to say. Augmentative and Alternative Communication, or AAC, includes everything from simple picture boards to high-tech devices with eye tracking, touch screens, and switch access. Eye gaze technology lets someone control a computer or communication device using only their eye movements, selecting words, phrases, or symbols on the screen. Some people use switch access, head control mice, or adapted joysticks to navigate their device and build sentences. Modern AAC apps and devices can speak out loud, store favorite phrases, and even offer different voice choices, so users can express their personality. Accessibility features built into tablets, phones, and computers, like text-to-speech, switch control, and voice commands, also help people with CP stay connected online at school and at work. Communication is also about nonverbal cues. Facial expressions, eye contact, body language, and shared rhythms between families, friends, and support teams. Over time, many families and friends become fluent in their person's unique communication style, turning small gestures into full conversations. Empowered living. Routines reimagined. For someone with CP, a morning routine might include adaptive clothing with magnetic closures instead of tiny buttons, making dressing faster and less tiring. Specialized hygiene tools and ergonomic bathroom setups, like grab bars, shower chairs, and adjustable sinks, support independence and safety. Beyond the home, accessible transportation can mean wheelchair-accessible vans, paratransit services, and ride programs that make it possible to get to work, school, or community events. Smart home integration, from automated doors to voice-controlled devices, reduces the need for physical assistance and puts control back into the hands of the person with CP. Community support networks, disability organizations, and peer groups offer information, advocacy, and social connection for individuals and families. Advocates are pushing for accessible public spaces, inclusive schools, and workplaces that recognize and accommodate diverse bodies and communication needs. The unstoppable spirit, joy in the future. Daily life with CP is not only about challenges. It's about joy, humor, creativity, and achievement. People with cerebral palsy are artists, engineers, parents, entrepreneurs, gamers, students, advocates, and teammates, contributing to their communities in countless ways. Ongoing research into rehabilitation, assistive technology, and communication methods continues to open new options for mobility and independence. High-tech AC systems, smarter home automation, and more inclusive design standards all point toward a future where barriers keep shrinking. Cerebral palsy may shape how someone moves or communicates, but it does not define their potential. Beyond the diagnosis, there is a deep well of resilience, pride, and possibility, and that's the story we need to keep amplifying. If this video helped you see cerebral palsy in a new way, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it with someone who needs to hear these stories. Your support helps this community grow and brings us closer to a world that's actually built with disabled people in mind.